Ever thought Vermont was more than just maple syrup and beautiful mountains? Behind the postcard perfect landscapes, there are strange, remote towns, some on the verge of becoming ghost towns. Some, like Montpelier, have big names but remain eerily quiet, while others, like Brattleboro, are artsy and colorful, yet carry a darker side rarely discussed. From villages nearly lost in the forest to artsy towns with paradoxical economies, here are 15 remote and unique towns in Vermont. Ready to discover a side of Vermont that's rarely exposed and might just surprise you? One of the most famous and chilling ghost towns in Vermont. This town once flourished in the late 1800s thanks to the timber and mining industries. But as the forests were stripped and the economy collapsed, its population gradually left. In 1937, Glastenbury officially lost its status as a town, leaving behind only a few homes and a dark history. What makes it even more legendary is the tale of the Bennington Triangle, a mysterious area around Glastenbury Mountains. From reports of people disappearing without a trace, ghost stories, to myths of strange creatures, all have become part of its lore. Today, no one really stays permanently, except for the dense forests and the whispers of its legends. Somerset might be even quieter than Glastenbury. This small town in Bennington County was first settled in the 1700s, but it never really experienced any significant population growth. Only a few families lived there, and they didn't stay long. By the 19th century, logging was its only economic activity. But once the trees were gone and the railroad tracks were closed, Somerset slowly faded from the map. Today, Somerset is nothing more than a man-made lake, the Somerset Reservoir, and the surrounding wildlands of Green Mountain National Forest. No shops, no schools, not even many homes. Official population, 0. What remains is wild nature, slowly reclaiming the traces of human existence. Granby is often called one of the most remote towns in Vermont. Located in Essex County, this area is nearly swallowed by forests and mountains. Road access is limited, public services are scarce, and the winter weather can be harsh. Its population? Only about 78 people, fewer than the students in a high school classroom. Founded in 1761, Granby never truly grew into a bustling town. Even now, there are no shopping centers, no restaurants, and the local school relies on neighboring districts. Granby is a snapshot of old Vermont life, where people choose simplicity, far away from the hustle and bustle of the modern world. From the quiet forests of Granby, our journey takes us to Peacham, a small village that looks like it's straight out of a classic New England postcard. With its historic wooden houses, simple white church, and green hills that transform dramatically each fall, Peacham is often called one of the most photogenic villages in Vermont. Though it seems calm and picturesque, Peacham remains remote. With a population of only about 280, life moves slowly here, far from the hustle and bustle of big cities. Uniquely, this village has become a favorite spot for photographers and filmmakers looking to capture the most authentic face of Vermont. After the postcard-perfect Peacham, we move on to Craftsbury, a quiet pastoral village in the heart of northern Vermont. If Peacham represents the visual symbol of classic New England, then Craftsbury is a true reflection of everyday life. With a population of around 1,300 people, this village is surrounded by meadows, small lakes, and hills, giving it a peaceful and simple vibe. Craftsbury is known for its tight-knit community, winter sports events, and the environmentally conscious Sterling College, which emphasizes living in harmony with nature. Next, we have Wardsboro, a tiny village in southern Vermont's mountains, with a population of no more than 200. Nestled between forests and winding roads, Wardsboro feels like it's miles away from the modern world. Yet, what makes it special is its annual tradition, the Wardsboro 4th of July Parade, a lively celebration that brings this small town to life. Wardsboro is also famous for its local delicacy, the gill-feather turnip, a vegetable that even has its own festival every fall. Though simple, this village has a strong identity built on community spirit and traditions passed down through generations. Located in the far northeast corner of Vermont, Canaan is known as the Northeast Kingdom. This small town is truly on the border. It borders New Hampshire on one side and Quebec, Canada on the other. With a population of about 260 people, Canaan is one of the most remote communities in the state. Its isolation makes Canaan feel particularly cut off, especially in winter when snow closes the roads and access becomes difficult. Yet, the town remains alive through simple activities, local schools, churches, and small businesses that serve the needs of its residents. Its borderland identity gives it a unique character, where American culture blends with Canadian influences. One of the most historic small villages in Vermont, Grafton feels like it's frozen in time. With a population of just about 109, Grafton is surrounded by 19th century wooden houses, cobblestone streets, and classic inns that have stood the test of time. In the 1800s, this village thrived thanks to the wool and soap industries, but it gradually faded as the economy shifted. Today, Grafton survives in a different way, by selling its charm as a historic tourist village. Visitors come to enjoy the step-back-in-time atmosphere, taste local cheeses, or simply stroll down quiet streets that are lovingly maintained by the community. This small town in Bennington County has a population of around 771, but don't let its size fool you. It has two intriguing faces. On one hand, Manchester is a historic town with colonial-style buildings, an old library, and classic inns that date back to the 18th century. On the other hand, It's also known as a shopping destination, thanks to its designer outlets that draw visitors from outside Vermont. Located at the foot of the Green Mountains, Manchester is a popular stop for Appalachian trail hikers and winter tourists. The town seems to blend the simplicity of a Vermont village with modern comforts. Stowe is one of the most famous small villages in Vermont, with a population of just about 778 people. But its small size hasn't stopped Stowe from becoming an iconic winter tourist destination. Known as the ski capital of the East, the village is surrounded by stunning mountains, including Mount Mansfield, the highest peak in Vermont. Since the 20th century, Stowe has been a magnet for snow sports enthusiasts, from skiing to snowboarding. But it's not just the winter that draws visitors. Autumn in Stowe, with its vibrant foliage, is also a major attraction. Despite its touristy appeal, Stowe has managed to retain its classic Vermont charm, with white churches, historic inns, and a cozy main street. Rutland is a small city in Vermont with a population of around 15,500, making it one of the larger towns in the state. Once, Rutland was a thriving center for marble production, the largest in the world. In the 19th century, marble from Rutland was used to build important buildings across America. But as demand dwindled and industries moved, Rutland lost its former glory. Today, Rutland struggles with a stagnating economy and relatively high poverty rates, which has led to it often being referred to as one of Vermont's worst small towns. The presence of Middlebury College has made the town a unique intellectual and multicultural hub, something rarely found in a town of this size. With a population of around 7,000, Middlebury has a distinct vibrancy, arts festivals, campus theater, and outdoor activities like hiking and kayaking on Otter Creek. Add to that the classic downtown atmosphere with colonial buildings and Otter Creek Brewing as a favorite hangout spot, and Middlebury becomes a perfect example of a small town that's simple yet full of energy. This town is often dubbed Vermont's postcard town. Beautiful, classic, and full of nostalgic charm. With a population of just about 937 people, its town center is lined with colonial-style buildings and a picturesque wooden bridge that's a popular tourist photo spot. But behind this charm, life for the locals isn't as sweet as the image suggests. The local economy is entirely dependent on tourism, from antique-style inns to art galleries and souvenir shops. Once the tourist season ends, the town feels empty, small businesses struggle to survive, and residents face the reality it's beautiful to outsiders, but fragile to live in on a daily basis. Montpelier may sound grand as the capital of Vermont, but don't be fooled. With a population of less than 8,000, it's the smallest state capital in the entire United States. Its main streets are more often filled with government employees than tourists, and once the workday ends, the town feels deserted. Montpelier's economy relies on bureaucracy and a handful of small businesses, with no large industries to support it. Interestingly, despite its status as a power center, Montpelier feels more like a large, quiet village. It's beautiful, sure, but for many, it's too quiet to be considered a true capital city. Brattleboro is known as Vermont's quirky art town, with colorful murals, a vibrant hippie community, and street music festivals that give the place life. With a population of around 7,600, it's anything but a wealthy town. The economy of Brattleboro tends to fluctuate. Seasonal tourism and local arts draw attention, but they don't quite sustain the everyday needs of the residents. Many small businesses are at risk of closing during the off-season. On the other hand, the town is also known for having a relatively high homelessness rate for its size, a sharp contrast to the creative city image it proudly projects. Beautiful, colorful, but underneath, there's a harsh reality that's rarely seen.